Part 10 of our ride from Texas to Colorado. Exploring the waterfalls in Ouray. Ouray is at the north end of the $1 Million Highway in the San Juan National Forest. I got up early, had a soak in the hot springs. Now I'm off to Box Canyon.
I'm in Ouray, Colorado, and I'm heading to Box Canyon, which is, I believe, this river upstream. So this is the river going into Ouray.
This is Uncompadre River that flows through the west side of town.
So one thing I've learned about Colorado is the roads are very steep. This is the road that on Google Maps did not look steep. And I'm a little bit glad now I didn't take my bike up here because I'd be a little bit nervous, especially if I'd be by myself.
Just outside the visitor center, they have food for some of the wildlife, which was super cute. On the path towards the catwalk and the falls. Yes, the water is this loud. I did not adjust the sound. The water's so beautiful and clear, it's tempting to jump in. Also looks like a fun slide. Looking up is a bridge I will walk on in a little bit. The catwalk over the river. A cool view from the catwalk. Now hiking up the mountain towards a bridge. Views of Ouray and the $1 Million Highway as I get higher.
More gorgeous views to come, I know, but a little bit out of the woods now, a little bit out of the trees, with the beautiful town of Ouray behind me. I've got some more climbing to do, and there's lots of butterflies up here. One just almost landed on me. More people coming. Time to mask up.
A friendly family saw me videotaping and offered to take my photo. Here's the bridge above the falls.
The little tunnel at the other end of the rock is where I'm going. I'm going to come out the other side and then hike down to town on the mountain instead of going back to the Box Canyon Visitor Center. in the tunnel behind Box Falls. This comes out, and then I hike down the mountain, the other side to Ouray. And this is another reason I didn't ride, because I wouldn't be able to do this. Because you do not end up back at the parking lot. You end up in town somewhere, don't know where yet. They told me in town this is the way the miners came to the mine.
Yeah.
You have to thank her. She inspired us to do this.
The nice family that took my photo decided to come down the backside of the mountain as well. There are now stairs that used to be a path the miners used to go to work. Far below, the catwalk to the falls. Looking back at the stairs from a little farther down the path. View of Box Canyon with the $1 Million Highway behind it.
The falls are down there. One of the lookouts, well, you see a couple lookouts, one to the right, one in the middle. And $1 Million Highway down the middle. Going up behind Ouray and into the mountains.
The view of Ouray as I get closer. A pretty creek going by some homes on the way down the mountain.
Really pretty area. Right behind the city, or town I should say. Alright, at the end of the trail, back in town, or I should say at the end of the road, after the trail, back in town, or at the edge of Ouray. So we're staying in a hotel at the edge, there's the road. And it goes back up to Box Canyon, where we just came from.
Parked my bike in town and walked to Cascade Falls. It's hot during the day in the 80s, so I wore my shorts and tank top under my riding gear. When I came back to my bike and put on my riding pants and jacket, I got strange looks from a few groups of people around. I think they thought I was stealing items from the bike.
Found a little butterfly garden on the way up to Cascade Falls. Someone put this cute bench here, which is much appreciated because this road is crazy steep and I'm not even probably a third of the way there yet. I haven't gotten to the falls area, I'm still technically in town. Where I'm going.
I know you're wondering why I didn't just ride my bike to the falls. The previous day, when I was asking locals about the falls, they told me the road was steep with gravel and I should not take my bike. Finally, made it to the top of the road. Have a quick rest and hike to the falls.
I'm at the beautiful Cascade Falls in Ouray, Colorado. Hiked up here, it's gorgeous. And I'm lucky, I thought it would be almost too late in the day and be sunny, but I'm lucky, I guess the high mountains were still in the shade. Because it does get really hot here. Or hot for me, hiking uphill anyway. So I'm going to go hike around and check it out. So I climbed up the falls a bit. I found this nice little rock to sit on and I'm getting splashed by the falls. So it's perfect. Nice hot day in the sun, getting splashed by the cold mountain water. Here's me on the rocks with the water running under me. I'm on the other side of the falls now. Found another seat perfect for viewing the falls and getting a little wet, keeping me cool. I'm not right on the water where I am. I'm back a little bit, but I'm still getting the spray from the falls.
Lots of butterflies here as well.
On the trail to Cascade Falls, coming back down. It's not a far walk at all, but you do need good shoes, especially if you want to explore the falls. I was thinking of coming up here last night or late in the afternoon, but I was told there are a lot of black bear in the area and they come down to the fall area later in the day. And looking at the forest behind me, it does look very much like bear territory. And I know they have bear garbage cans and things all throughout town. So, we're here. I've heard that every day at different times. I thought it was maybe curfew last night because of COVID. And to me it sounds like a fire or avalanche or something horn. So I need to ask somebody why that's going off, what it means. Last night it went off I think about 3 times in a row. So I found somebody to ask. They said the one siren goes off at noon every day. And then if I heard a bunch of sirens last night, around dinner time, maybe 7, I guess, there was 3 or 4 of them in a row, that could have been from weather coming in. So they do that so if you're in the mountains, because, you know, we're surrounded by mountains here, and you don't have cell service, which you don't in the mountains, then they're warning you basically to get off the mountain. So that's kind of cool. So far every day we've been in Colorado, it's been hot and beautiful and mostly sunny, and then for an hour or two we get those super gusty winds, and